Okay, hello. This is Richard and my 5th day of Facebook Live. And yes, welcome. And if you see a recording of this, you can fast forward 2 minutes or so, because I'm just waiting for people to arrive. And it starts at 12. And today's topic is pity, sympathy, empathy, and compassion. What is the difference? And yeah, a little bit how we can develop compassion maybe. And then there's going to be a meditation at the end. All right. Okay, 12 o'clock. Okay. Yes, welcome. My name is Richard, and I'm a coach and meditation teacher coming to you live from Bring Your Soul. And this is my 5th consecutive day of Facebook Live, and I'm doing a challenge for myself with 21 days of Facebook Live. Yes, so the topic today is pity, sympathy, empathy, and compassion. So what's the difference, and why do I believe that empathy and compassion are something that's really good to try to develop? This is a big area. I mean, compassion, that's, there's many books, big books written about compassion. So I'm here only to touch on these subjects for you a little bit. So for me as a coach, I'm practicing a lot of empathy and compassion. Well, I don't know if I'm practicing empathy. I am an empathic person. So I feel feelings of others very easily. But all right, let's just go through them. So I wrote these scribbly papers today. So let's see if I can get the hang of it here. So I had this. I imagined this house. Yeah, there's this cozy, nice house. Outside it's winter, and then we're going to go meet these different characters: pity, sympathy, empathy, and compassion. So there is a person coming. He's walking. He's walking over a lake. And he falls down and he gets soaking wet, and it's winter, and he comes to this first house. The house where pity lives. And he knocks on the door, and pity opens and says, "Who are you? What happened?" And he tells the story. I went here and I fell down in the lake and I came here. Wow, that's got to be cold, But why did you walk on the lake? It's thin ice. You shouldn't have walked on the lake. Everybody knows that, And it's winter outside, Hey guys, thanks for being here. Janet, Janice, and Bitten. Jannike and Bitten. Hi. Yes, so pity. Oops, dropped my papers. So what pity does is he sees the pain, but it's your own fault. That's what pity says, It's your own fault. You're never gonna sort of fix things yourself. You're a lost cause. So, be on your way. So what pity does, it's driving, it's from judgments. So it's really driving disconnection and judgments, and also it produces shame and guilt in the other person because it condemns them. They're doing something wrong, or they are wrong, or they can never amount to something good. They are lost. And so this person comes again, he falls into the lake, it's winter, he comes knocking on the door of sympathy. And sympathy opens, Oh, you poor thing. What's happened to you? You must be cold. It's freezing out there. I'll get you a towel. Gets them a towel. And they're starting to talk, I went there and I fell down the lake and, wow, yes, but it's good that you're alive. You could have died there, At least you're alive. It's good for you. And also, next time you walk, try to walk around the lake, okay? Not on the lake, so you're not repeating this again and again. And yes, use the towel and have a nice day. So sympathy connects with the pain, sees the pain, you're freezing cold, wants to fix the pain. Here's a towel, fix the symptom, You're very cold, so you need a towel. And so it wants to fix it. And it also wants to explain that you must be grateful because you're alive. You could have died. And then also, why? Next time you need to do something else. You can't go around doing what you're doing. So there is a connection to the pain. They notice the pain, but they want to fix it, and they have solutions. And it sort of it drives again this disconnection. There is no connection really. The other person. It's not shame and guilt and blaming like the pity does, maybe, but sympathy is like, it doesn't, it wants to help, it wants to care for you, but it's just not big enough for it. So there is still this disconnection. It says, okay, bye-bye, take care, dry yourself off and take care, and closes the door. And then the next time around falls into the lake, it's freezing cold, comes to the door of empathy. And empathy is more open, like empathy can see the pain. Wow. And also empathy has the next level. It can also feel the pain. Whoa, you must be freezing. wow, come on, come into the heat. So it's you know, take your clothes off and come sit by the fire and we can talk. And it's empathy is connecting to the pain. So because empathy knows pain, so it can connect to it. I've also been cold, freezing cold. It's not good at all. I know it. I know the feeling. So you're there with the other person and you're sharing the pain. There is an understanding, but there is also the importance of connection. You're connecting to the pain. But empathy is, you know, it's a little closed off in the box, because it sees the pain, understands it, and can feel it, but it's still sort of closed off. It doesn't have any direction. So too much empathy, you know, it can be uncomfortable to feel other people's pain. So if you're not used to it, you know, you're gonna change over again. You're gonna want the pain to stop for you, because it's uncomfortable for you. You know it's uncomfortable for them too, but you want to lessen the pain because it's overall uncomfortable. So empathy can also drive a sort of a solution-based approach, because, you know, let's fix it, but it's a little deeper, you know, but still let's fix it so we can lessen the pain for everyone. And also I was watching some clips yesterday about all of this, and somebody said that 60% of people working in the caretaking field in America, that has to do with social services and caring about people in hospitals and elderly and all that kind of stuff, 60% of them will burn out because of too much empathy. So empathy doesn't have a direction. So when it becomes too much, it just takes it in, but it can't process it, you know. But it wants to take care. So, and then we have compassion, which, so the man comes and he comes to the house and he knocks on the door, and compassion opens. And the man just sees love, you know, just sees love opening the door. So compassion takes the other person's hand and leads them inside. Doesn't have to say anything. He's just there, present, or compassion is just there, present. So it's taking everything in, and it leads the person into the space, into the love. It doesn't necessarily have to feel all the pain that the other person is feeling, but it sees it and it acknowledges the pain. Like empathy, it can say that it's seeing the pain, feeling the pain, it knows the pain, because compassion has full understanding and experience with pain and suffering. It knows pain and suffering, otherwise it cannot be compassionate. So compassion opens up for connection, but a deeper connection. it doesn't only connect with the other person's pain. The other person, it's not only connecting to the pain or the uncomfortableness of the pain. It connects to the suffering that is beyond the pain, the bigger picture, and the person there that is actually suffering. So it connects straight to the person, to the soul of the person, to the wholeness of the person. And also compassion wants to alleviate, wants to take away, wants every sentient being in the world to be freed of suffering and pain. So it has a direction, it has a purpose, it has a bigger meaning. Empathy feels it but doesn't sometimes know what to do with it, so they can burn out. But compassion, it knows that it wants to take away suffering and pain. Doesn't necessarily need to know how. It just knows that it wants to. That's the purpose. That's the vision. So compassion, empathy can be boxed in, but compassion is open. There's an openness about compassion that allows the other person to fully feel, to fully express, to fully be with their pain. So compassion is there to allow the other person to fully experience what it's experienced. It doesn't judge anything. It doesn't want to fix necessarily. It doesn't want to come in and give a fix. Do this. Think like this. Change so you become like this. That's the other, that's sympathy and all that. It doesn't, yes, this is it. It doesn't demand anything of the person that suffers. The other three sort of demands, the pity, blames, and the sympathy, understand, but it wants to fix it, and the empathy is just, too much pain, I also want to solve the solution. But compassion doesn't have any focus on the self. It has all focus on being present in the moment with that other person, and not even knowing how to free them from pain, just knowing that they want to. So I've experienced this a few times, this real deep connection when I've been doing coaching. And there was one time that I was doing a lot of coaching sessions at a festival, and there was different people coming all the time. And there was one woman in particular, she came to me twice. And I think both times we sort of spent 5-6 minutes talking about the problem or the situation, and then she would just cry. She would just cry for 30-40 minutes. She was so full of pain, so full of suffering, that the only thing I could do was to just be there. Just be there. I was crying with her. I was saying to her, I see it, I see the pain, I feel the pain. I do not know what to do. I told her, I don't know what to do, but I'm here for you. I'm here with you. I won't leave. I'll stick with you here. And that's what and in those moments, and in that moment in particular, there was such an enormous presence. It was like there was nothing else existing in the entire universe than that moment and that connection that we had. It was pure love, pure compassion, pure connection with somebody that I'd never seen before or after. So compassion leads to incredible experience of love and connection. Yes. Before I was going to start talking about this, I was all confused and, thinking I'm going to never sort this stuff out. But, yeah, this is what it is. Like I said, why do we want to develop this? Because it sparks connection. The others, like pity and sympathy, just drives connection away. It's like this. I see it, but I don't know. I want to help you, but still, it's your own fault, and, try to think better next time. That's the other ones, right? So it's disconnection. And many times we can fall into this. We can fall into the disconnecting way of thinking or disconnecting way of connecting, because maybe we don't want to connect. Maybe we're in a hurry, or maybe we just don't want to feel that connection. If we're empathic, we can shut that off, and then we avoid situations where we know that we will feel too much. So then empathy doesn't really help us too much in those situations either, because it's uncomfortable for us. So in order to develop, we need to develop in these stages and then try to really develop compassion, because compassion has an openness. Yes, also I was watching these videos and stuff, and there is this French Buddhist monk called Matthew Ricard, and he's an amazing person, and I was listening to him. He made he was in a laboratory, and he made this thing about he was in this experiment, and this person was doing empathy work. So she was connecting him to these electrodes and say, go in and meditate on suffering. And so he meditated, but he meditated with compassion. And so she stopped him and said, what are you doing? It's not looking all, something wrong here. What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this and this and this. No, don't do that. Then I can't measure it. Focus only on the pain. So he was trying. So for 1 hour, he focused only on suffering, only on pain. And he said that after that hour, he was so drained, so tired, so finished. And she said, do you want to continue? Do you want to do compassion? And he said, well, I have to, because I have to gain this back, this compassion. I have to refuel. So he did a meditation on compassion, and then he came back, and then he felt much, much stronger. So only feeling the feelings of others can drain us. And I know this because I have a lot of this empathic sense, this empathic ability. So I can sense things and I can get so uncomfortable sometimes. So I need something to transform it. Okay, so what will it give you to sort of go for compassion? It will give you this stronger feeling of connection and love, like I said. And it also, I think, opens up to be of real help, of real support to others. Not just the support that we think they need or the help that we think they need, but actually listening and being in tune with them to really go with what they want help with, what they want support with. And that I think so important, because we're not here to do what we think. We're here to sort of support what they want support with. So how can we reach more of this? And I would say the importance here, again, is connection. We need to first of all connect to the other person. And we do that by trying to see ourselves in their shoes. Trying to see how, this person here is suffering. Trying to connect to your own suffering. So what's uncomfortable with that is to be in connection with your own suffering. So if you're not used to that, it's can be uncomfortable. So you have to go for connection first. And then also to try to develop this, you have to be able to embrace your own suffering. Because if you cannot feel or allow yourself to feel pain and suffering and be able to hold your own pain, your own suffering, then you cannot hold the bigger space for somebody else's pain and suffering. So come in touch with your own first. And also, very important, of course, stay in the present moment. Be there and be focused only on the other person. Not your own ideas or what you think would be best or how you judge them or how you should think they would do differently next time. That has to go, and leave only the presence, the connection. And stay there. Dare, really dare, have the courage, like I talked about last time, the courage to stay in this open space with another person that's suffering, but stay in the open space. Not closing in, fixing, tricksing. Stay open. Stay open and connected. They are going to have so much more help, so much more benefit with you, from you, when you open the space, when you allow them to be hurt, when you allow them to be in pain, when you're not trying to fix. That's the support. Your ideas of how they would fix it, forget about those. You know how it feels when you have a problem and you're suffering and you come to somebody and you say this and this and this, and they interrupt you and say, why don't you do this? Didn't you think of this? You should have thought of that. That would be your answer. Next time, do that. Try that. It's disconnection right away. You feel so unheard, so misunderstood, so disconnected from the other person that you might not even want to be there anymore. So how are you helpful there? It's in the reverse. You're driving them away. They come with pain, and we're driving them away with our fixing and tricksing and doing this and blaming and, So instead, just shut up, be there, keep quiet, feel, experience, be in the moment, be with them. Okay, so today you can think about and consider where is usually your response to other people's pain? Is it your house number 1, pity, judging, looking down on them? Is it house number 2, sympathy, seeing the pain, but wanting to give it a grateful glow? You're still alive, and also trying to fix a bit. Or is it house number 3? You see the pain, you understand the pain, you feel the pain, you connect, but maybe you get overwhelmed. Or is it the 4th house, the 4th reply, or the 4th being? It's connection to the being, connecting to the soul, the person, the heart of the other person, not needing to fix, not needing to go anywhere, not needing to do anything more than be there, be present, allowing the other person to feel the pain. So reflect on where you usually are, and also if it's different from different people or in different circumstances, at work, at home, with somebody you meet on the street or something. So, yeah. All right, that was a flow. So if you have any questions or comments, or tell me more about how you are connecting to other people, or how you feel when you are met by pity or sympathy or something. So write it in the comments, and give me a thumbs up if you like it. Share this clip if you like it, and tell people about it if they are interested. So I'm going to finish up this. I've been a little longer session, but I wanted to do a meditation here at the end, so because I like meditation. So this is a little bit of a meditation on maybe these 3 stages, or these 4 stages of what we talked about. So if you want to join me, you can close your eyes and feel your body. Feel the weight of your body against the chair. Take a few deep breaths. Try to use the whole range of your breath, from your belly up to the highest point of your lungs. Really breathe in a few times to let go of tension and relax. And just be in this moment. Be here, be relaxed, and stay in the moment. Now visualize somebody you know that has pain or has some troubles or is suffering in the moment. Somebody you know, and if there isn't anyone, imagine somebody in front of you that's in pain. But have the image of them be very small and quite dark. So they're pretty far from you and it's quite dark, but you can see that they're in pain. So now you're seeing them with the eyes of pity. You know, this person can't help being who it is. It's suffering, but it's by their own hand. They're making many mistakes, so they have to now take the consequences of their mistakes. And I feel so sorry for them because they're not ever going to be okay. They're just not okay. They're just not an okay person. So look at them now with that mindset. Now bring the person closer. You can see them a little better, and it's a little brighter around them. You can see that they're suffering. Maybe they're crying. You can see that they're in pain. And you're meeting them with sympathy. You want to care for them. You want to fix them. You understand that they're in pain. But you're supporting them by saying something encouraging. At least you're alive, or you're still married, or you have a job. You want to pick them up. And you're also saying, by the way, next time, think of doing this instead. Maybe that would be better for you. Maybe you won't get into this trouble. You're patting them on the back and you're giving them some care. And now you're moving the person so it's standing in front of you. You see the pain, you see the tears. You're at the reaction of empathy. You understand they're in pain, and you're also feeling their pain. You feel it in the heart. You feel their sadness. You feel the lump in your stomach. You know they're in pain. But you're looking them in their eyes. You're connecting with them. You're telling them, I know and I feel that you're in pain. I have also been in this pain. I'm sharing this pain with you. I feel your pain. And you might still want to help them. You know, can't you do this next time? Or try thinking in a different way? Or leave them, or change jobs? But you still feel the connection. You feel the pain. And now take a deep breath. And have your full focus in your heart area. Breathe into your heart area. Have your attention there. And for every breath you breathe in, you're expanding the space in your heart. And now you visualize the same person in pain, but inside your heart. Inside the space that you created. You see them. You know they're in pain. You feel some of their pain. But you're here for them, without words, in silence. And every time you breathe in, you expand the space in your heart. There is more and more room for this person to be who they are. For this person to experience their pain in their way, without you changing it. You do not want to fix, but you have a strong sense, a strong direction, a strong motivation that you want their pain to be released. You want their suffering to end. So you give them more space. With every breath you expand your heart to give them more room. You stay with them. Your only focus is on them. With every breath you expand the space in your heart. Your full attention is on them. on the person suffering. You look them in the eye, you see the pain, you share the pain, but you see the wholeness, the whole human being. You know that they are okay, they are whole. You know they have capacity, you know they have strength, you know they have love, but right now they're suffering. You're connecting to their love, you're connecting to their capacity by expanding the space for them to be in. And feel your own love, your own capacity grow. How you fully can hold the space for this person and support them and gain strength and get connected to love in an even bigger way than before. So you can radiate love to them. You're transforming their pain through compassion and radiating it back to them. Their pain becomes love. And now see how the person transforms, the pain goes away. It has released its pain and suffering. And he has the capacity, she has the capacity to become free from suffering. They have enormous capacity in themselves. And you bring this forward with your support, with your compassion. You let them grow in your presence. You let them be who they are, and you can be who you are. And now rest in white light. Feel that you're bathing in compassion and love. There is only light. There is no them, there is no you, only light. Now see if you can stay connected to this space, this light, this compassion and love during this whole day. Radiate this light to everyone you meet without words, without fixing, just be there. So move your hands and feel your body, feel the weight of your body. You're in the body, move your shoulders, feel your breath, and feel the light at the same time, and open your eyes and just be here and now. Be present in your physical form and carry this compassion and love with you today. And I thank you so much for being here today with me, and I will see you tomorrow. And yes, please comment, please share this, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.